Hi guys, so basically I've decided that I'm going to film a video today based on the book by Franta, A Work in Progress. It only took me a few days to read because it was, to be honest, it's not a very lengthy book. I bought this book last week and I kind of reviewed it on another video on my channel, which you can click here if you want to check it out. It wasn't really a real review because I haven't properly read it yet, but I had just bought it that day and I was really excited because it's the limited edition copy with Franta's signature in it. Yeah, so it's a bit blurred, sorry, my camera's not great. Yeah, I was super excited to get the signed copy because I didn't think we were going to get it, honestly, and my sister was like, oh my god, we need to go get Franta's book, it's a signed copy, blah blah blah. I was like, okay, come meet me and we'll both go in and we'll get it together, reserve it online for yourself. And we got there and they had a copy ready for her, and then I was like, you know what, I am going to get it for myself, because I've been looking for it for a while, but they don't do it in the UK really. Okay, so I can usually tell when I enjoy a book just from reading the first page, and I don't know if that's the same with everyone, but that's just how I feel as a reader. And with this book I could tell that I was going to like it from the beginning. If I don't like a book, it's just, I'm not going to be able to read it no matter how hard I try to keep reading. Sometimes I make it halfway through a book and then I just stop and I just can't do it anymore because I'm trying to give it a chance, but sometimes you just can't imagine things, and just the way the author's written, you can't really get into it. But with this one I really did enjoy it. Honestly, I feel like because he's 22 years old, he doesn't have too much to say about his life. He's achieved a lot, obviously, but to me it just felt a bit empty, he was repeating quite a lot of stories. In the end he repeats stories that he's talked about in the previous chapters, and I thought that was a bit pointless and I was a bit bored, this bit here. But I think that's extra stuff that they've added in for the limited edition copy, so I'll let it off. But other than that, I really did enjoy it. The last chapter was actually really good. It spoke about how there was a bit that I really resonated with, and it was about how if you're not happy with your life and you're waking up every day dreading what you're doing, then you should change something about it because life doesn't wait. And I've been worrying about my future and stuff in my career and what I'm going to do so much lately, and I've gotten so stressed and all kinds of things, and been dealing with chest pains and things like that because of the stress, which I went to the doctors about today. And basically it just made me realise that you kind of have to just move on sometimes and don't just settle for a dead-end job that you're not going to enjoy. Whilst I am happy with my job, it kind of inspired me to start trying to do what I love, which is what I'm trying to do with YouTube videos and stuff, but to try and make it happen and try to be more productive and try and upload videos more often, that kind of thing. So in that sense it was really inspirational, and I thought, if he can do it and he just started off from nowhere, then why can't I? And kind of things like that. When you're reading these books, and also Tyler Oakley's book, you're like, wow, they were just normal people, you know what I mean? Because sometimes you can forget that YouTubers are normal people. But yeah, I found that bit really inspirational, and it kind of scared me how much I related to that part of, not being entirely happy with everything in your life, and you have the power to change it, so you should. That was my favourite part of the book, honestly. Honestly, there's not much that sticks out in the book to me other than that last chapter. He had a letter written from his parents in there, which was cute and nice on this page. It's just basically about how they're proud of him and all that kind of thing, which was cute. The pictures in here weren't too distracting, they were just, it was every now and then through the book. It wasn't every single page there was a picture or anything, because honestly I don't like books with loads of pictures in. Just in my opinion, I think the book should be more about words than pictures, and so I was a bit iffy when I saw that there was pictures and stuff in here, because I'm really funny about that kind of thing for some reason. But honestly it wasn't actually that distracting, and I actually ended up enjoying them and looking at them and being like, oh. Honestly, not the best book in the world or anything, but if you're a huge fan of Franta, then you will enjoy it no matter what. And if you're into YouTube and making videos like I am, and you're into media and you're just into living life and just living your dream, then I think you should read it, because it is pretty inspirational. And like, honestly, quite jealous of his life. And he talks about, you know, coming out and things like that, so I think it's a pretty good book, to be honest. I'd rank it up there with Tyler Oakley's book, which I really, really enjoyed. But overall, I'd probably rate it like a 7 out of 10. Whereas with Tyler Oakley's, I'd rate it like a 9 out of 10, maybe 10. I don't know if that's because I watched Tyler Oakley more or whatever, but in my opinion, I enjoyed his book more than Connor's. But if we're not comparing, I'd say that this is a really good book and you should definitely check it out. I've been wanting to read it for quite a while before these signed copies even came out. I'm not disappointed with it at all. I'm happy that I had it, and I will probably read it again one day when I'm bored or whatever, which is when you know a book's good, is when you know that one day you will reread it. There are some books you just read once and you're like, okay, that's enough, I'm done. But with this one, you could definitely read it multiple times, because it's just so quick and easy to read, and it's enjoyable, honestly. It is. The cover's really nice. I really like the cover. I know you shouldn't judge a book by its cover or anything, but it's important to the review, I feel like. It's hardback. The paper, the only thing I hate about the paper is I'm very funny with books. Like, I don't like denting them, I don't like ripping pages, I don't like anything like that. Just ask any of my sisters, like, when they borrow a book from me, I'm like, please, can you not bend any of the pages or anything? Like, the spine can't be bent. Like, I hate it. I like books to look brand new always. I've got books that still look brand new, like my Harry Potter books that I got when I was like 7 or something, just because I'm funny about that. But with this, like, I found when I was trying to use it as a bookmark, this here, it got very bent and like, oh, it just annoyed me, and I was like, no. So I stopped using it as a bookmark and got a different bookmark. But yeah, I think, I don't know, I can't really give an opinion on the bonus material, because I didn't read the first book, so I'm not sure what is bonus material, but I'm guessing it's the pages that are like black and white. And if that's the case, then I enjoyed them quite a lot. Honestly, I would say give it a read. I mean, if you're into biographies about people's lives, then you'll love it. I think that 22, in my opinion, is a bit young for a biography, but he did a good job with this. Like, he really made it seem like he was older and he'd had more experience and that kind of thing. So, I mean, I liked it. There's not really much else I can say, to be honest. I mean, I think this book is good for teenagers, especially because he talks about social media and stuff. And here's one thing he talked about. He spoke about how, you know, people are always on their phones and they're not really in the moment when they're hanging out with each other. And sometimes I'll be sat around with people, like I'll be sat in here like I was earlier with my family, and they'll all be on their phones, and I'll look up and I'll be on my phone as well, obviously. And I'll look up and I'll be like, we're not even spending time together, like we're just sat here on our phones, which I'm guilty of a lot because I'm obsessed with the internet, not gonna lie. And sometimes I do think, like, am I gonna regret being on my phone so much one day? Like, will I even have memories because I'll be on the phone so much? Like, I won't have any memories, do you know what I mean? And he talks about that in here, and how you should put your phone down every once in a while, because while the internet is a good thing, obviously, because it made his career, while the internet is a good thing, you should have a balance, and you should try and balance it out, and try and go places without your phone, because it's like another limb to some people, which it is for me, definitely. Like, I don't go anywhere without my phone. But yeah, I really like that chapter as well, because I was like, so true. And honestly, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try not going on the internet so much, which is a bit hypocritical considering I'm posting this on the internet. Yeah, I learned quite a lot about him, to be honest. He seemed very, what's the word, mature, and like, he gives a lot of good life advice, I think, for someone of 22. Like, I hope he is 22 and I'm not getting that wrong. But yeah, I think that it's just an inspirational book basically. It's less of a biography and more of like life lessons and like teaching you like what you should do and to live in the moment and not worry about the future, which is something that I need to do more. Just not worry, because there are things that are out of your control that you aren't going to be able to control, and just don't live in the past at all, which I've gotten better at doing, like not thinking about things that have gone wrong in the past. Like, it's done now, so you might as well just leave it. I just really got a lot of messages from this book, and honestly it was quite good. So that's my review. I'm sorry if it's a bit shitty, but I'm not really used to doing reviews really. I hope that it wasn't just a bunch of rambling, and I hope that if you haven't read this, you'll kind of get a gist of what it's about, and you'll kind of understand what it is. Like, before you buy it, you'll know based on this like what kind of book it is, and you know what I'm trying to say. I hope this review was helpful in some kind of way, and that you're actually gonna go out and be like, oh, sounds like a book I might want to read, and go buy it. 7 out of 10. Loved it really. Can't really say much else. Thanks for watching. I'm going to be doing more YouTuber book reviews on my channel, because I've just gotten back into reading as a hobby, because I stopped doing it for a very long time just because of being busy and stuff. But I want to get back into my hobbies and things, because you, like he says in this book, you should do the things that you enjoy in life. So I'll be reading a lot more, and I might even give book reviews on other books that aren't YouTuber books, but for right now all I've been reading is YouTuber books because I just find it fascinating. So yeah, I think the next one I'm going to do is Dan and Phil's book, because my sister's going to lend it to me. I hope that you enjoyed this review. I hope that this was somewhat helpful to you and wasn't too awkward or anything. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time I decide to film a video. Comment, like, subscribe, anything like that if you wish, you know, that would be nice. And yeah, bye.
And the best thing now is probably for you to since I let you go, let you back. I finally learned my lesson. Your head stepping, either you wanted it, you just playing. I'm listening to you, knowing you can't believe what you're saying. It's a million years, baby, boo, so don't be dumb. I got 90